Welcome back to the second lecture on double integration. So, in short, let us summarize whatever we took in the last lecture. So, what is polar coordinate? We have already studied this in the earlier units. Substituting x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, you convert your Cartesian coordinates x and y into your polar coordinates r and theta. Now, dx dy can be written as Jacobian j, which is your functional determinant, into dr d theta. So I found out Jacobian j in the last lecture. It was j equal to r. So substituting j is equal to r, I have f of xy dx dy can be written as r into dr d theta. Now in this we have to take a radial strip as we saw, and here you have to integrate with respect to r first and then theta later. So inner limits will be with respect to r, outer limits will be with respect to theta, right? So now one thing you have to remember, dx dy is always replaced as r dr d theta, x is replaced as r cos theta, y is replaced as r sin theta, and x square plus y square is equal to r square. Also, we had taken some standard polar limits just to show you an idea how the theta moves and how to find the inner limits for r. So quickly just revise whatever we have seen. For a complete circle now, the circle is given as x square plus y square is equal to a square. So for a complete circle, if I substitute these values, I get r is equal to a. So in the Cartesian form, you can write x square plus y square is equal to a square, whereas in the polar form, you write r is equal to a. So the limits will be for r, inner limit 0 to a, and outer limits, it rotates the complete circle, so it is 0 to 2 pi. Similarly, inner circle, the inner limits will be same, but the outer limits just a half part of the circle, that means 0 to pi. For a positive quadrant of a circle, positive quadrant hai, so it will just change the angle, that is 90 degrees, 0 to pi by 2. Now another circle we had taken, x square plus y square is equal to 2ax. If I convert into polar, I got r is equal to 2a cos theta. After you get this, the inner limits will be clear, 0 to 2a cos theta, and it travels from anti-clockwise direction, so that will be minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. For a circle, x square plus y square is equal to 2ay. If I convert into polar, I get r is equal to 2a sin theta. So my inner limits will be 0 to 2a sin theta, and outer limits, obviously, if you look at the diagram, it will travel from anti-clockwise direction. So it will have theta 0 to pi. For a cardioid equation, r is equal to a into 1 plus cos theta. My inner limits will be 0 to a into 1 plus cos theta. Outer limits, like a complete circle, it will be 0 to 2 pi. Similarly, for another cardioid. For a lemniscate, since there are symmetric on both the axes, you have two equal petals. For the two loops, you can write 2 and 2. The angle is minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 because it is traveling in anti-clockwise direction. And the inner limits will be the equation of Bernoulli's lemniscate, which is r square is equal to a square cos 2 theta. So if I find the value of r, that will be under root of a square cos 2 theta, which is nothing but a into under root cos 2 theta. Right? So these are my some standard limits. Also, there are two types that we have to cover in this subtopic. That is evaluation of integral over the region. And second is converting the Cartesian into polar and then evaluation. So we will continue with type 1 and also we'll take the another type in this lecture.